Now, I wasn't expecting to make another video of Villainous because when I uploaded the stream breakdown of Alan, the drop of the 3 spin-off series, that I thought I was done till another video dropped from Penguin House showing the conference of Andy but bringing down more stuff of Villainous and answering some other questions, like which of the spin-offs we gotta follow in that specific character. He leaked that specific first spin-off, that specific conference. So I'm breaking down what that spin-off is and what little things he sort of talked about in that video. Of course, if you want to hear it from yourself, be warned, he only speaking in Spanish, but you also can use Google Translate if you choose. Don't recommend it, but you're still curious, you can still use it. Go to Penguin House Mexican version of it, or a fan called Eddie Chimichangas, who uploaded his own version of that conference. Also, Eddie has his own breakdown when it happened of that Pacific conference. Of course, everything he's talking about is Spanish. Once again, just put Google Translate. But other than that, I will basically break down everything when happened of that conference, even more things that I sort of forgot to mention of the original stream, and also combining with the conference right here. Now let's get started off the video. Of course, this is the first time on my channel. My name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation to reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, you like how it's going, you like to help my channel, put a like, comment, and share. That's the only thing you need to do. If not, that's fine. If you do, thank you. Because of you, I'm getting close to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. And yes, I'm getting close every single day because of people like you. People who like, comment, and share. Thanks. Now let's get started with the video. Of course, I made the other 2 videos updates. If you want to see them, I probably linked in the end of this video. But both of them is one hashtag release Villainous, explaining why that hashtag was made and the reason why it's very important to Eddie. He also the other stream he made breaking down everything he said of that stream. If you are curious, everything is connected to the end of the video. Now let's get started off this breakdown. Now, one of the things I kind of forgot to mention is that Miss Heat will return on season 2 of Villainous. A fan sort of asked a question on his stream asking how long or how much time we have with Miss Heat, and Andy responded or answered the question saying, oh, we about 2 seasons. Like, we're still on season 1. About season 2, we probably finish her arc. So be prepared to all the crazy things she about to do. So if you're a fan of Miss Heat, there's more stuff coming too. Now, let's talk about the second thing he talked about, that he was sort of very pointed of what is the first spin-off. The first spin-off, you actually follow Callan, the character you follow in the book of the Honest Book of Black Cat, Volume 1 and Volume 2. This explains so much that why Penguin House wanted to basically audio dub the 2 books, especially the second one during this time, because they had finished dubbing the second book of it. And Andy showed this on the conference, hearing the voice of Callan, but also the doctor who lifted the second book and his assistant. He also the family Callan met in the book, because in the book the second book you follow Callan think he escaped, but he's not, but he sort of got rescued by this other family who actually visits sort of a circus in a way, and there you meet the doctor who is completely insane, but also hinting at that Black Cat sent that clown in that universes because to work for him for sort of virus that can make people clown. But how they set up everything is just sort of very creepy, especially the audiobook. If you could see the original video of Alan, he's showing the small clip, his performances, and also the person who played Canon and the doctor, and also the assistant. Everything is just completely creepy and on point, that I'm very hyped to hear what happened next, because all the voice actors nailed the performance. It's just something like I wish they sell this in here in the US, because God, it's so good. But besides that, it also explains why they want to focus on Callan of the first spin-off. You be the main focus. Of course, some of you don't know about the Harmless book of Volume 1 and 2 of Black Cat. To explain it, those two books supposed to be one full book, till Penguin House said, no, it's too big, cut it in half. And because of this, Andy sort of decided, okay, I cut it in half, and here we go. Then you realize what is the book is about. The book is basically Callan, who accidentally got caught by Black Cat and get punished to send it inside the book. But Callan as a character, how to describe him, who he is, he served kind of that character from Resident Evil. Leon, yeah, you could pair Callan and Leon side to side. You could see where Andy got inspired and basically drew his own Leon version of Villainous. That he is headstrong, trying to concentrate, but brave, but also down himself. But yet you could see his inner demons freaking out inside the book. Of course, the whole book, best way to describe it, is sort of a adventure book, specifically choose your own adventures. You decide A, B, or C which direction that Callan goes, and you follow that specific storyline inside the book. So it sort of makes sense to make Callan the main lead for the first spin-off. I'm thinking it's basically find the book sort of ABC sort of format to finding which direction Callan will go inside the show and compare it to the book. At least that's what I'm seeing. If not, this could be the continuation of Callan what happened in the book, because at the end of the book he did escape, but the only problem is he doesn't know if this is the right door, because it have multiple endings. Each ending is sort of more messed up, because there are moments that he was burned to death, stabbed to death, betrayed the only lover he actually loved. Also, it was tricked to tell all the information from Black Cat, everything he knows from Peace, that actually killed them off. That's what I mean. Every single ending of that book was sort of a bad ending, except for one. The last one, the one is the true ending, was sort of open-ended. It ended that he finally escaped the book. At least he was assuming, thanking you, but hopefully this is the right choice. And that's how the book ends. And that's what I mean. This could be the continuation of that book. But if not, could be the other version of Callan. I mean, the other version that how he was introduced inside the organization of Peace, specifically that people with no people who cannot dance, or people who cannot do not have hats. Sorry, my mind's kind of wobbly. I think it's the people who cannot dance. That was the first organization who is basically built to get inside a Black Cat. But this group of 5 people or 6, they were sort of chosen to go into Black Cat's mansion. But we don't know the full story. That could be the direction of Callan, at least the first spin-off. The beginning or the continuation of the book, or be in a remaking the book as animation. 1 to 3 could actually happen of the spin-off series. But to make this interesting, this is made from AI Studio Animation. There is the first basically public animation they did for themselves. Usually that studio are well known helping out other studios or making IP for other studios, but never making something for themselves. So yeah, this is probably be a very interesting experiment. Of course, if you're wondering where you can watch this specific show, what is coming out, we don't have the date yet, but we do know this project is halfway done because it's on production. But we do know will be dropped on YouTube. We know who's the character we follow and where it's dropped. Everything else is just sort of speculation. Of course, I have to give my hats up to the 2 voice actors who play the doctor and the assistant, because Alan leaked the first couple of minutes on his conference and hear both performances, that damn, the doctor sounds disturbed and scary. And the assistant, how to describe her performances, the actor they chose, feels like Harley Quinn in Mexican version. That a lot of people like to point out Dementia is sort of a ripoff of Harley Quinn, but you breaking down, they're not. But this one, I do agree. The assistant of the Doctor, she is basically a ripoff of Harley Quinn. This one you cannot deny. Of course, I probably do a video when I actually hear the performance a little bit better, but all that's what happens, at least one of the things in that conference. Now, a fan asked a very specific question that you kind of maybe heard repeating on the last video, but this one, Alan actually breaking down a little bit more better, that if Villainous have his own video game. They report that and that yes, but not the way you want it. In fact, Alan said yes, that again, we are making kind of like a video game because he wants to tell the full story or better control the story of Villainous, specifically each specific character. He breaks it down how he thinks how Villainous should be done. Specifically, he wants to give more time for each single character. Each character will be having their own point of view. This approaches like a comic book. The villains of universe, each single person who has his own point of view, and follow to the very end their point of view, the reason they chose to be a hero, and the reason why they become a villain. Both have a very strong story, but obviously they focus on the villain side the most because that's the title. This one he's still arguing with his team to do a video game or a cartoon. But he wants to do a video game, but it's not going to be AAA or AA. This could be very kind of like video game sort of esque, but he's still not decided. In fact, he started to ask fans which you chose to actually have in the conference. But if you don't know, Alan did explain this in the stream that I broke down, that he wants to hear the fans their opinion of your choice. Which you prefer, the video game or story? And the fans lean to more story, cartoon, in other words. But also some fans want the video game because if he's sort of explaining he can't do AA, AAA for specific reasons because this is Mexico. And Mexican people don't really have a lot of cartoons. That's why I admit Villainous sort of was America was made and actually was successful of the first try. So this is sort of almost impossible doing the impossible. But other than that, he wants to do the cartoon. But of course, he asks his fans, which one do you want, the video game or the cartoon? And everybody was sort of struggling to decide they want the video game or cartoon, or some fans want both. But at the very end, the majority wins. They want to make it more like cartoons. But I don't know, this is the official moment that Alan wants to hear the fans, or this is sort of a throwaway kind of experiment to see how much fans want to see the cartoon or not. But remember, Alan wants to do the video game, but he wanted to do it sort of like kind of like The Wolf Among Us or Batman Tales, that sort of kind of point and click adventure to allow you to understand so much more of the character, because he's a type of person who wants to tell the personal story for each specific character. Like, you want more Dr. Flood, you could have his origin, the reason why he acts, or Missy, dementia, even that he wants to do more story with J-Lo, that you can tell her who she was, why she wanted to be a hero, but you could hear all her backstory, the reason who, why, and why, when she decided to become a hero. Is because how she looks, or the fact she's something she needs to do. And this is the thing he's sort of struggling to figure out what to do of the next spin-off, because the next spin-off will be a game or an animated series. He's still not fully decided in this sort of the situation, the truth. And that's why if you want the video game, you kind of maybe have it, but don't expect something huge. Don't expect AA or AAA. Think of it sort of kind of Telltale's type of game, Wolf Among Us, or maybe other video games like that. Maybe it's not 100 confirmed. He's still talking about it, but that's what he sort of answered that specific question. Now, another fan asked completely different questions that we could have more comics online, like the last two, like High Risk and Big Adventure or something like that with the other name of the comic. I kind of forgot. But other than that, Alan responded saying, yes, we are making more online comic. Because see, people who don't know that Villainous, or specifically Cartoon Network Mexico, their app or their web streaming services, they actually show free comments of very specific characters. And they automatically ask Alan, hey, do you want to make comics? He did not really thought about it till Cartoon Network knocked saying, look, we want comics. And Alan was sort of shocked saying, oh, okay, yeah, it's not a bad idea. Let's do it. But the interesting part is the two comments they actually made was super successful in the app of Cartoon Network Mexico that they want more. For right now, Alan says, yeah, we're making more, but we need more time to make the comics. But also they have this sort of how to approach the show, specifically focus on new characters or old characters that fans want, because Alan is always trying to make this clear. He trying to focus on the characters that people want. For example, if you like Jello, he can actually focus on a comic of Jello. It's not confirmed or anything. It's just sort of an example, or other different characters, other different points of the show they can use on the comic. And FYI, if you see a comic online of Villainous for free, you think, oh, this is pirated, you can still read it because those comments are free. They're free promotion from a Cartoon Network. So if you see an English translation, took a full advantage of that version because it's free. Just a fan translate to Spanish to English. If not, you can watch it on my channel. I did dub both comics of this channel, translating, also reviewing each, or at least the second I did review each single comic, but other than that, you get the idea. Of fact, they also a dub version of one of the issues, the basically High Risk one, that is one of my favorite of the both comics. They only dubbed it like 4 chapters. There, I think I remember 11 chapters or 11 or like 11, yeah, like I think 11 or 12 chapters, but they only dubbed it only 4 for right now. I highly recommend it. You can find it on YouTube and English. So if you're curious, you can at least watch the first, or hear or voice act the first 4 issues. But other than that, yes, be prepared. More comments on coming soon. Just need to wait and see which characters then Alan actually decide to focus on in the world of Villainous, because it might be the same characters like the last issue. He wants to maybe follow different characters or follow old characters that he has not yet fully followed. So just be prepared for that moment. And of course, I will breaking down and sort of translate them on my channel when they're done. And that's it. Was actually happened in the conference, and one or two things I sort of missed on the stream. Of course, if you want to see the conference video, you can find it on Penguin House or 88 Chimichangas, who have both. Of course, if you want to see also the stream of Alan, you also find a fan website. They are posted right here on YouTube. You could go to that specific name. You can see the name in the corner of where the stream video is, because you can actually watch that, because half of it is English, the other half is Spanish, because he attempted to answer one question and answer in both languages, English and Spanish, if you want to hear straight to horse in the mouth. Of course, the conference one is the one who sort of confirms what is the first spin-off. He also sort of confirms on the second spin-off, not yet decided to be a game or a cartoon, but we don't know who we gotta follow of that version. And that's basically what happened of the conference of Alan. Now, hopefully I answer any questions of the conference. In fact, tell me which you favorite, or which character you want to follow in comic, or which spin-off do you want to be followed. Miss Seed, or different character, or one of your characters who not yet have the chance to shine. Tell me that below. And also tell me which you prefer, another cartoon or a game that you actually develop even more one of the characters of Villainous, or you want both. Tell me down below, let me know. I got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.